besties, good morning. Welcome back to a new video. If you're new here, hi, I'm Fleur and welcome. And if you've been around, welcome back. Today I wanted to focus a video on routine. I've talked about this before, especially on my ASMR channel, but I just fall in and out of my routines, but I do really thrive when I have a routine and I feel good when I do. And so I'm just trying to get back on track with that, and I'm just gonna vlog and we're just gonna hang out and it'll be motivating for me to do my things and maybe also hopefully for you. I had a pretty relaxed morning. It's a Saturday. I showered, got ready, and someone is coming to pick something up from Marketplace, so I need to grab the item and clean it. So that's what I'm currently doing. I mean, my bed is here and here's the drawer, and so I need to grab my things. I'm selling my Focusrite Scarlet, the older version, and I just need to find the cable and then clean, because I don't plan on selling disgusting things to people. I'm not that person. I know that a lot of people on Marketplace are, so anyway, I'm just using a moist household wipe to just wipe it down and clean it. If you don't know, this is an interface for when you want to record audio, and I have two of these. Well, I have the solo one and this one. I barely use this one and it's an older version, so I was like, you know, while it's still worth something, let me just sell it, because I could use the money and I just don't use it enough, and if I can make someone else happy with it, then that would be great. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right now, and then after that I'm just planning on cleaning my room because it's... Do you want to see the clothes pile? That's kind of a lot for me. I don't know, normally I'm like putting things back in my closet, and now there are definitely at least 7 outfits just fully laying on the floor. So I need to clean that up. But the bigger the pile gets, the more I start procrastinating. Which is sad, because then the pile keeps getting bigger because I don't feel like putting anything in my closet because the doors to my closet are blocked by the clothes. So yeah, I hope that you're doing well. Let me know what you're up to. I'm very curious to hear. For the routine thing, I think I've also mentioned this on this channel, but I used to meditate every day for a good while, or at least multiple times a week. But now it's, in a good week, it's maybe once or twice. And I always feel really good when I do it, but for some reason I keep thinking to myself, I have to do it. I have to do it. But the second I have to do something, I can't. I don't, and I won't. That's the same with going outside, getting movement. Yesterday was really the first time that I went into the woods to go for a walk just for fun. And not because I had to. I don't know, that's just a thing that really, like, I talk about this in therapy and stuff, okay? So, but yeah, that's just something that I'm trying to work on a little, to change my thought process in that, because the second that I have to do something, I won't do it, but I don't have to do anything. I can do whatever I want. I'm choosing to do something. I am allowed to do something. It's a good thing. So yeah, that's something that I'm trying to work on. But then on the other hand, it is good to be disciplined with something, and so to kind of push yourself to do things that you're not really feeling in the moment, you know, like going for the mental health walk. You're like walking and you're like, fucking hell, blah, 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 and then afterwards you feel good and you're like, ugh, that did make me feel good, okay, you know, that type of stuff. It's literally also doing my skincare and brushing my teeth. I just sometimes skip that in the evening, I've noticed. I'm just not feeling great mentally, and then my routine and taking care of myself just becomes more of a task. Things start to, you know, just fade to the background in how important I find them. And my priorities just really shift, and not necessarily in a good way. Like, my priorities are scrolling on my phone then and just overthinking or forcing myself to be productive when I don't have to be, and I also don't want to be. I've noticed it, and we're taking action. And this is just kind of how it goes and how it will always go, because I think that that's life. It's always changing and fluctuating, but I think that also with my recovery, the main thing is just that my brain has a hard time going on autopilot, and so things take me a lot of energy because I'm very actively involved. They actually did a lot of research on burnout, and this is one of the main things that happens in the brain, but I still have that sometimes. Less so than I did at the beginning, luckily, but it's still there. If I have to very consciously think of every single step in the day of taking out my contacts, brushing my teeth, doing my skincare, making sure I shower, making food, thinking of food to eat, and also, you know, do the things that make me feel even better, so going for walks, meditating, calling my friends, things like that, having a sleep schedule, all those things together take up too much energy, so I can't do them, and then I just end up doing none of the things, and I just end up scrolling on my phone again, which is always just a sign for me. If my screen time goes up, I'm like, because I've worked very hard on my relationship to my phone and deleting Snapchat, putting a timer on Instagram, deleting Facebook, turning off all my notifications for everything, absolutely everything. I mean, I understand why I'm doing these things, so I'm not trying to be hard on myself. I know that a lot of people are going to comment like, don't be so hard on yourself, just relax and do things. Like, I get it, but I am trying to be conscious in the way that I live, how I move through the world and take care of myself. So I just want to be more mindful of it and prioritize it more than I have been. It makes me happy to to work on these things. So I just thought I would document it, because also with my recovery, I make a video periodically about how I'm doing and how the recovery is going, but I haven't really shared any in the moment things, or not a lot of them on this channel at least. And I feel like these are the things that matter the most, I think. It is taking care of yourself and setting boundaries and rediscovering them. And I can do all these things, gather my experiences, and then show up on the internet and tell you about them, but I always find it very valuable to see someone in the moment doing the things, because that's inspiring to me. So I hope that it'll be either inspiring, motivating, or just comforting. I guess you're not alone in struggling and falling on and off with your routine and taking care of yourself. And it's okay if you do, and you don't have to wait for a certain date or day of the week to start. You don't have to reset on Sundays, you don't have to start on Mondays, you don't have to wait till the 1st of the month. It does just so happen to be the 30th of November, so it is kind of nice to start December 1st, like it just looks nice, but sometimes I have this revelation on a Wednesday and I'll start on a Wednesday, you know what I mean? So, this is clean. I definitely think I cleaned this way more thoroughly than I would have if I wasn't talking to you. So this person got very lucky. By the way, this is my outfit of the day, and this is for the girl who commented on my YouTube outfits video saying that the blue on black pisses her off. Wear whatever you want. What is the issue with wearing blue and black? Can someone tell me? Because I genuinely don't know. This is the jewelry. This is from ASOS. This is thrifted. This is thrifted, but Fruit of the Loom crew neck. Only tall pinstripe trousers, and then white socks. I forgot that I have to pick up a package at the post office, and I have to do some grocery shopping, so that's what we're gonna do now. And I'm so hungry. I have to get lunch. I hate going into the grocery store when I'm hungry because I can never really properly look around and make decisions. So we're gonna see how that goes. video. So here's what we got. I cleaned out the fridge and I got new things. So that's exciting. We've got eggs, bosui, green onion, courgette, cucumber, paprika, carrots, mushrooms, vegetarian chicken, feta, halloumi, thyme, tortillas, curry, ramen noodles and udon noodles, coconut milk. Do you see the vibe? Taters and tea. There was a buy two get two free deal, so I always have these two. I got another one of these, and it's a Moroccan mint thing with cinnamon, peppermint, and licorice, and I really like this one, so it's nice. And then we've got Scare, so the high protein yogurt. Now I have to eat.
I'm ready for award season. Let's fucking go. I need them to release the Oscar nominees like I need air inside my lungs.
Do you see the mess in my room? Yeah, I'm seeing it as I'm putting down the camera because I have this wide angle lens. See? See the shape of my face? That's what you get when you get a wide angle lens. But that means that you see much more of my room than I had anticipated, because I wanted to do like a little cute shot of me just watching my show. I'm actually watching the Emotionally Online podcast by Maddie Drogspeak, which I love. But then I saw this in the frame, so I'm gonna have to go clean that up right now. Yeah, because I can't think when it's like that, and if I'm seeing it, and I'm not seeing it directly with my eyeballs, but I'm seeing it in the frame, and then I'm gonna see it when I'm editing, and that's gonna piss me off. So I'm gonna keep listening to Maddie in the background, and I'm gonna go clean my room. I have red marks on my face from sitting like this when I was chilling. Anyway, I am doing laundry now. The floor is at least cleaned out, and I put my stuff back into my closet, and then I kind of collapsed a little after doing some laundry loads and folding things. So I've just been sitting here watching YouTube videos. I actually, before I went to the grocery store, I picked up the package that I talked about, and it was this new camera lens. And I'm really, really happy with it, because I was like, how am I going to use this camera for vlogging? Because I had a 35mm, which is what the beginning of the video was filmed with. And it was just really hard to hold the camera and to do things. And now I don't have to be so far away from the camera. Actually, I am editing the vlog and I'm not happy with the lens. I kind of hate it. I took it outside. You'll see that later. I took it outside. I want your opinion on it. I want your opinion on the lens, but it looks like it's on the camera instead of part of the camera, and that makes me really sad. So I'm so happy and excited about this lens, because I had been on this whole camera journey. I think I've talked about it on my ASMR channel, and it's just been such a journey to find something that was matching my needs. And I wanted to switch from Nikon to Sony, which I did. I'm now filming on the A7C Mark II, and I have a Samyang 18mm lens for all the camera nerds out there. But I had the A7C and I returned it, and I was just so hesitant on what to get, and then I wanted to get something that was versatile enough for vlogging, but you know, it's so much money to throw at a camera. And I've been considering getting the DJI Pocket 3, and maybe at some point I will, but it's so expensive with also having just spent a lot of money on the camera and a new lens. So I'm just going to leave that for now. But with this lens and being able to film properly and like vlog comfortably, that's really nice, and that's all I wanted, because I like it when it's consistent quality throughout. So this is exciting. The only thing that I'm worried about with this camera is the rolling shutter, so how much the background moves and how janky it is and stuff. We're just gonna have to see, and you're just probably gonna have to deal with it, maybe. But I'm broke now, so that's that. So now that I've done some tidying up, I still have things to do because my desk is still kind of a mess, which is fine. It's mostly just stuff from unpacking the lens and random things. So I feel a little bit more space now that everything's cleaned up and I can hear myself thinking again. So I might take myself out on a little walk to just get some fresh air. I don't really have anything that I need to be doing, so that's exciting. I hate filming in public, but here we are. I'm doing it. I'm going outside. Okay, it's the evening, it's dark out, I had dinner, I'm in my pajamas, and it's time to journal. Crisscross applesauce on the bedroom floor, clean room. I feel pretty good. I have some tea. Let me check what my hair is looking like. This lens is crazy. Anyway, I've got some chocolates from a chocolate letter, which is a Sinterklaas thing here in the Netherlands. If you didn't know, it's a Dutch kids holiday tradition thing, and there are always chocolate letters involved. Anyway, I got a piece of that. And I have my tea. I have the Moroccan mint that I bought this morning. I'm just here to chill. What I want to do is set up my journal for December. This is the journal that I use. I use the Leuchtturm 1917 dotted grid, so the bullet journal type of notebook. And I actually made an ASMR video about my journal and how I set it up for the beginning of the month. I always do a habit tracker, and I do a gratitude list, and then I do my normal pages. This is going to be the last month in this journal. I'm not going to be filling this one out fully, but I have made an agreement with myself a while ago. I would always feel very guilty if I didn't finish or complete a journal, but I would lose feeling for it, and so I would just kind of stop journaling because I wasn't feeling it anymore. And then I realized that for me it's just important to keep writing and to keep journaling, and so I've allowed myself to buy a new journal whenever I want to. I know it's not the most woke, environmentally friendly thing to do, but that's my thing that I do. Everyone does something that's a little bit maybe bad or like wasteful, you know. This is what I do, and I'm very okay with that. So I'm gonna set up my journal for December, where I want to track some new habits because I want to get back into a routine, which is the point of this video. I don't have a setup where you're gonna see the journal, so I'm just gonna talk to you about it. I just want to draw and chit chat about a routine and habits and things like that. So I have my little pencil case, so I'm just gonna rummage through that and find some fun colors. I don't have a lot in here. Like I have more pens and I'm not really feeling like grabbing those. So this is what we're gonna go with. It's a olivey green and then some brownish colors. Still pretty autumnal, but you know, it's fine. It's funny to me because Christmas always feels like it's midwinter, but winter really starts mid-December, so it's really at the beginning of winter, and I never really looked at it like that until now. Okay, so what I do with my journal is nothing crazy. I usually just use my journal for morning pages, and then in the evening I will journal about my day and reflect, and whenever I feel like it'll just write. I don't really do scrapbooky things. I do want to incorporate more creative things in the next one, but I've always been a little bit nervous of doing that because I can get perfectionist about it, and then I'll stop journaling, and that's kind of the cycle, and I just keep writing and process my feelings and put them down somewhere. So we're gonna do the gratitude log and the habit tracker, but last month I fell off so bad that I didn't really end up tracking anything properly. Let me check. So this is kind of what it looks like. Let me block out my face so you can see. I write down what kind of meditations I did on those days, but the things that I tracked were not going on my phone in the morning, taking my vitamins, going outside, journaling, exercising, meditating, drinking water, and reading. Very basic things. Like I talked about things that make me feel good, things that make me feel, you know, present and at ease, and I barely did those things. I was very unstructured with it, and I wasn't really here, it feels like sometimes. Let's just get going with this. I'm gonna do the gratitude log. I feel like I was saying something before this, but I completely forgot. Oh yeah, I wanna do more creative things in my next journal, because I do know that, like, I feel a little bit more okay with being inconsistent with it and skipping pages or not having it look like cohesive or anything like that, which when I was younger that would bother the shit out of me, but now it's okay. So I think I'm willing to try add some stickers and some, I don't know, scrapbooky things, because I think that it'll be fun, and more colors and stuff. I wrote this down in English because I'm talking to you guys, but this is what that looks like. The rest is going to be in Dutch because this makes no sense. I use the Stedler pens, which I think are really nice. I can't believe the year is almost over. That's crazy. Is December 1st gonna be on a Monday? No, it's tomorrow, and that's a Sunday, so the 1st is Tuesday and stuff. Alexa, what's the date tomorrow?
Tomorrow is Sunday, December 1st. Did that answer your question?
Alexa, what day is December 6th?
December 6th, 2024 is on a Friday.
No, it's tomorrow. It's a Sunday. Oh my god. I immediately fucked it up. How do I erase that? Okay, so what I do is with this list, the gratitude log, I just have every day of the month noted here, and then I write down 3 things I'm grateful for, and I write them down in very short versions, and then in my day-to-day journaling I can write down the full experience or feeling or whatever it is that I'm grateful for. It ends up being such a random list, and it's really fun to look back on, actually. For my list in October, I had my job, which is this. Reading when it's raining, rosemary, the herb, yes. Nicole, my best friend, sunset, tarot cards, my physical therapist, my intuition. I met a viewer today. That was really fun memory. Meditating with incense, taking long naps. I cried and Dad comforted me. It becomes such a random summary. I had sriracha in there as well, and I was just very grateful for that to exist. And it's just a nice way of looking at things, because it can be such small things. It makes me such a happier person, and I also think a more empathetic person. It just makes me feel good. I repeat the list on both pages, and I have the days of the week with them as well. And then I draw little symbols of habits that I want to be tracking for the month. So this is where I kind of have to think a little bit on what it is that I actually want to track. All the things I chose last month as well are pretty realistic. It's also not that I have to do them every day. It's just that I want data. So for example, exercising was pretty much blank last month. So I don't have to track that this month because I already know that I'm not doing it, you know. I definitely want to do the no phone thing. I actually got an alarm clock last month, which I hadn't had in a while just because I would always use my phone as for my alarm. But then when I wake up, I'm okay with not going on social media, but sometimes I'll check my YouTube comments or something. Just because I'm curious if I uploaded the night before. I'm like, I want to see what people are saying. But then, first of all, I'm on for the day and my brain is immediately active. And two, if someone says something shitty, I just don't have the best start of the day. And people on the internet can be very cruel. So, you know, it does happen sometimes. Also the meditation, just gonna put it on there. I always try to draw a person who is meditating. I don't think I can get closer. I don't know, but I drew a person who's meditating. I also want to do the reading and journaling. So I do keep coming back to wanting to track the same habits because they're good ones. I want to do them. It's just a case of I actually need to track that. Maybe I also want to do something like brushing my teeth or doing my skincare, something really basic like that. Just because I am skipping out on that sometimes and it's important. What do I draw for a symbol? I don't know. Draw a little mirror. You know what? As long as I know what it means, it's okay. And then I might just pop in affirmations. I did that for a while. I wrote them in this journal on these pages. I have my finished habit tracker here, and then here I'll make a space for notes, but I'll fill this out throughout the month. And then I did try to make it a daily habit to do positive affirmations because the way that I was talking to myself and talking about myself was just not great. And so on the next page I would do a list of affirmations, and then the next month it would be slightly different list but also with the same elements. I think I'm gonna do that again as well. I know that people sometimes find affirmations and stuff maybe silly, or it feels a little bit childish maybe to people, or embarrassing or cringy to talk to yourself in this way of like, I'm worthy, I am lovable, I am filled with love and kindness, I express myself freely, I release shame and guilt, I'm worth it, you know, just things like that. Especially in my country, people are very down to earth. Like, just be normal. Like, don't get too crazy. Kind of like that. And with that, I do think that we can be very dismissive of our own feelings and emotions and experiences. And I feel like doing positive affirmations does just really help a lot. And it does rewire your brain. There's a lot of research on that. It's good to be active in trying to change patterns in things like that. And just reading a little list of a couple sentences, looking myself in the mirror and saying those things is no big effort at all. So I'm losing nothing and there's no one here to watch me do it. So that's kind of how I got over that. Now I really don't care what people think of that, but I understand that for people it can be maybe a bit of a hurdle or something to kind of put yourself to and challenge yourself to do. So if that is something that you are struggling with it a little, or that you feel a little embarrassed about to do affirmations, no one's gonna watch. Whatever, it's just you. What joy it is to feel safe within your own company and to express yourself freely. I don't know, those were just my thoughts. I'm going to write down the affirmations at another time when I'm not with the camera in my face, because I want that to be a moment for me. I also want to do a little tarot card reading. I think I like using tarot as a reflection tool to look back on my past month and to look out for the next month, set some intentions, things like that. Do my little woo-woo girl things just here in my room. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I will continue this series and I will update you as we go along. I am very curious to hear what you are working on, if you are also trying to get back into your routine, or if you're focusing on something, or maybe it is school or business or personal life, if there's an area in your life that you're really focused on or trying to make a change in, I'm really curious to hear what it is and what you're doing, and what your intention is for the coming month. I think that my intention for the coming month, in one word, will be enjoyment. And with enjoyment, to me, comes presence and ease. And I just want to kind of lean back, let things happen, and enjoy my December. It's the winter time. It is okay to slow down. You know, that vibe. So that's my intention for the next month. Okay, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Don't forget to like and subscribe and do all the things, and I will gladly see you in my next video. Here's your forehead kiss.